Claire Hudson. I'm the Frederick Food Security Network Manager here at Hood College, and I also work out of the Centre for Coastal and Watershed Studies in the Biology Department. The Frederick Food Security Network is a community-based project in Frederick, Maryland. Our network comprises 5 community gardens and 3 greenhouses and multiple distribution partners. Collectively, we are growing and distributing produce to those that really need it in Frederick City that are residing in food deserts. A food desert is an area where people are living where they don't have reliable access to fresh produce. And at the centre, we were looking into the number of food deserts that were in Frederick, and we found that there were 6 food deserts within Frederick City. And how we identified those areas as food deserts were 3 factors. One was that it would take more than half of a mile for somebody to walk to a grocery store to get their vegetables and bring it back. That 20% of the people living in that area didn't have access to a vehicle, and that the median household income within those areas was below $49,000 a year. In 2020 alone, our community gardens, our network partners, were able to grow almost 2.2 tons of fresh produce and distribute those to our community, which was over 850 families in total.
So I'm Jordan Heerbrand, and I work for the Housing Authority for the City of Frederick. Every week, every Wednesday, I come here to the cold storage room and pick up a bunch of seasonal produce, and then I take it back to the community room at Lucas Village Community. Alright, so this is Carson Cottage, and it's located at Hood College on campus. So now we're going to go and pick up our produce for this week out of the cold storage room that they've built down here. They fill up my bin for me because of some time constraints on my part. So I just have to come pick it up and take it to my community room. About 8 families that I give to right now pretty regularly, but if we have an excess, there's always a couple families that I can wrangle to grab some fresh produce as well. So I pretty much have the same 8 families through the entire season. The Lucas Village community it's in what's called a food desert. So they don't have a grocery store that's within a few miles of where they are. And a lot of people either don't have licenses or don't have cars. So they don't have access always to fresh produce. I mean, like, we get a lot of donations for non-perishable items, canned stuff, pasta, rice, whatever, but if you want to stay healthy, especially when people are more concerned about being healthy, this is what they need, and it's been essential, I think.
My name is Linda, and I am with the Lucas Village Community Garden. I've been a part of the garden here for 4 years, since 2016, and I live here at Lucas Village, Mainly, my main concern has been to bring fresh vegetables to our community. We have kind of like a food desert here where a lot of our residents aren't able to get to the store. We have people in wheelchairs that don't have a car, that aren't able to always get to the grocery food store and get fresh vegetables, unfortunately. The Food Network is invaluable. I can't even say it enough. It supplements, well actually, it feeds our community. And this supplements our community. Our garden this year has only been able to supplement. So without the Food Network, we wouldn't have been able to get a lot of fresh vegetables for our residents. I look so forward to getting the fresh vegetables, the basil. Again, like I said, it supplements what our garden has. All of this delicious vegetables. I don't know what I would have done the whole winter without it. I'm low income. I receive food stamps, but my food stamps are such a small amount. Whenever I go to the grocery food store, I can only use, in order for it to last for the whole month, I can only use $10 every time I go to the grocery food store. So I have to make a big decision, and a lot of people are put in a situation whereas when they only can spend $10 a week, they're going to buy noodles and they're going to buy foods that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Processed. So with the Food Network, they have a choice. They can get fresh vegetables and then they can use that $10 perhaps to buy some nuts or something that the Food Network doesn't provide. So this Food Network, I can't even begin to explain how valuable it is. It has been for me personally. And then also like the leftovers, like what they call it, kitchen scraps. I put it in a bag and I bring it out here and I put it in the compost. So the compost goes into the soil and then it's like the circle of life. So it comes right back and goes right into our garden. Every week I look forward to getting my bag. It's just like Christmas for me. I know it sounds kind of corny and crunchy, but it is. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Carpenter with the Frederick Food Security Network. I am their greenhouse manager. This is one of our 2 greenhouses at the Scott Key Center off Rosemont. In here we grow most of our winter crops. We also grow a little bit through the summer, but it gets a little warm. We have several other gardens. We have a shared garden at Hood College with Frederick Memorial Hospital. We also have a brand new greenhouse that we have built right outside of Carson Cottage on campus at Hood College. And then we have partner gardens at Frederick Islamic Society, Boys and Girls Club, Religious Coalition, and Frederick Music Post. Some of the common challenges the Frederick Food Security Network has, volunteers is one of them. Most of our volunteer and staff are students, so once the semester starts, the hours get a little weird. We also have a lot of turnover, so for every semester we get a new group of students. We've been really lucky with the group that we have now. They've been here for 2 years. Some of the reasons why I enjoy doing what I do for Food Security Network, I came from a relatively low income situation in the past several years, trying to raise my son, and finding nutritional food and finding fresh food was a big issue. Now that I am not necessarily rich, but able to help others, this is incredibly important to me, making sure that no one ever has to let their kids go hungry, making sure they're getting the foods that they need, the nutrition that they need to be able to thrive